The topic for today is merchant banking. The meaning, functions, comparison with commercial banks. Merchant banking services in India, they were early started by National Grindlays Bank in the year 1967, and in the year 1972, the State Bank of India was the first Indian commercial bank to set up a separate merchant banking division. The famous examples of merchant banking are Kotak Investment Bank. I'm not talking about Kotak Bank. This one is Kotak Investment Bank, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan, etc. Now, what is the meaning of merchant banking? As we can very well see here, it comprises of two words, merchant and banking. The word merchant itself means to trade. You are buying and selling certain items. The word bank means provision of funds. You need money, you go to the bank. You want to save money, you go to the bank. Now, this merchant banking has both the features of these words. It is considered a financial engineer for the business. Actually, it's going to manage your business in the financial sense. An organization that performs different types of financial activities for its clients. The clients of merchant bank are not normal public. They are the large corporations and high net worth individuals. As we talk about the hi-fi customers, so hi-fi people who have large money to invest, either the corporations or the high net worth individuals are basically the clients of the merchant banking. It deals with the financial activities which include underwriting, loan services, financial advisors, fundraising, whatever is related to finance, the solution is merchant bank. Merchant banking gives banking services as well as consultancy and counseling services. Now you need any advice in your financial matters, any consultancy or counseling, merchant bank is the solution. At the same time, it is going to give you banking services. It is a consultancy institution for all your financial matters, which include marketing, managerial, legal matters. It gives you advices, guidance on how to start a business, how to manage the finance of your business, how are you going to use the funds, how are you going to raise the funds. But it's not going to give the general public regular banking service. A normal commercial bank is very different from a merchant bank. Now, supposingly there is a company who's going to launch an IPO. What is an IPO? I have made a separate video for that. You can go and have a look. Now, the company is going to launch an IPO. It's not an easy job. There are so many legal formalities which the company has to comply with. It's a very difficult and complex procedure. Another point is the marketing of IPO. Now, if you are launching an IPO, you have to make it in the mind of the people that this particular IPO is being launched and so date. Otherwise, how will the people subscribe to your IPO? So this news of your launching IPO has to reach the ears of so many people. So how are you going to market this IPO? Obviously, you cannot hire a very expensive model and the model will say on the TV screen that this IPO is being launched. It's not going to happen this way, right? So to inform the people, once the people are informed, only then the demand of your IPO is going to be created. This marketing of IPO is another problem. Now, merchant bank makes it super easy for the companies. The institution which assists the companies in each and every way when they launch an IPO. So therefore, merchant bank is called one-stop shop for the company to launch an IPO. Like we have big malls these days and you find everything in that one particular mall under one roof. Similarly, in merchant bank's case, there is one-stop shop for every company. Merchant bank helps the corporation to issue the securities through private placements. So there are less complex procedures in private placement and it is being sold to sophisticated investors. So how are you going to raise the funds? How are you going to manage your funds? Each and every detail of the finance of that particular company will be taken by the merchant bank. Now see, every business needs funds. The organization issues securities to raise the funds, obviously. You will be launching, either you will be launching an IPO or you will be again issuing shares and debentures if you want to expand your business. So who's going to manage this issue? The whole issue will be managed by the merchant bank. All the help, all the guidance will be provided by the merchant bank. So not only it takes away the headache of the companies, it also helps in international transactions. Take an example of a multinational corporation who functions in very many countries. Merchant bank helps to manage currency exchanges, helps to finance business operations in various countries. Supposingly a company based in America wants to buy an Indian company which is based in India. The American company will hire whom? Hire a merchant bank to help it facilitate the process. All advices, all the processes will be looked after by the merchant bank. In the finance category, everything, even LOC will be issued by the merchant bank. Such a easy way, such a helpful hand. Merchant banks specialize in activities that facilitate trade and commerce. Just as I told you in the beginning, all the finance is looked after, and therefore they also help in the trade and commerce. SEBI regulates the activities of merchant banks, so it's very fair, right? Merchant bank is defined. If you talk about the definition, it's a skill-oriented professional service. We talk of so many professional services, a doctor, a chartered accountant, an architect, they're professional, right? So even merchant bank is a skill-oriented professional service. It's a lot of skill, lot of capabilities, and it helps you in lot of ways. Concerning what? Concerning the financial need of the client. Okay, for an adequate consideration fee. So this is very normal that whenever you hire a professional, you have to pay a fee. So therefore merchant bank also charges fees from your clients, from its clients. It excels in transactions for large enterprises. Obviously small enterprises, they will not be able to afford the fees of the merchant bank. If you talk about the definition as per SEBI, merchant bank is any person who is engaged in the business of issue management. I will be telling you in the further slides that how merchant banks helps to manage the whole issue of subscription for the companies. Either by making arrangements regarding selling, buying or subscribing to the securities. How will the securities being subscribed? How will they raise funds? Every answer merchant bank has. So it's a manager. It's a consultant, it's an advisor. It renders corporate advisory service in relation to issue management. So the whole term issue management is looked after, handled by merchant bank in a very nice way. If we talk about the functions of merchant banks, the first point here is the promotional activities. That financial intermediary which acts as a promoter of industrial enterprise. Supposingly an entrepreneur has the idea to set up a new venture. So it is going to help the entrepreneur. How the idea which is conceived by the entrepreneur, how is it going to turn to a reality? Every help will be given by the merchant bank. Merchant bank will help the entrepreneur to identify the project, to prepare the feasibility report regarding it. There are so many government approvals, government incentives. Everything will be made aware of the client by the merchant bank. It will be assisting technically financial corporations, joint ventures. All the advices for promotional activities will be given by the merchant bank. So very helpful for the entrepreneur. Second is the issue management, just as I was talking. It provides flexibility and freedom to the issuing companies. The issuing company needs funds. How is it going to raise the funds? In what type of securities? How the securities will be marketed? How they will be looked after? How to prepare the prospectus. Now, what is a prospectus? I hope you are well aware. I've made a separate article regarding prospectus. Kindly have a look. Then the underwriting arrangements regarding all the securities, appointment of registrars, brokers, everything, advertising, arranging publicity. Even how to list a company on the stock exchange, merchant bank will help it. Okay, so it's expert in everything. So high net worth individuals, they will be employing merchant banks to issue equity shares, preference shares, debentures to the general public. So it is going to act as a personal assistant to these people, and it is going to make their life very, very easy and comfortable. Regards issue management, all solutions are with the merchant bank. Next point is the credit syndication. Specialized services are provided by the merchant banks in the preparation of the project. How will you apply loan? How will you raise short-term funds, long-term funds? Either you will be approaching a bank or a financial institution. Even if you want funds from abroad, everything is managed by merchant bank. So portfolio management. Portfolio means investment management. Supposingly you have some money, like obviously huge money, and you want to invest. Where are you going to invest? How will you going to do it? Will your securities, which you are going to purchase, are they secured? Is your money safe? All these answers will be provided by the merchant bank. I told you that merchant bank provides services to the companies, but also to the investors. Apart from companies, who is the other helping hand? Helping hand of the investors. Institutional investors are advised regarding all their investment decisions. They undertake purchase and sale of securities for the clients, portfolio managed services. These banks invest in different kinds of financial instruments. Again, a very helping hand for your portfolio. See, then there is a long list of their functions. There's a corporate counseling. All these institutes, all the companies, they need counseling, consultancy, merchant bank provides. Then there is project counseling. Supposedly there is a sick industrial unit and you want to revive it. You want to buy a sick industrial unit, work on it, and then you want to make money out of it. Approach merchant bank. It will very well help you. Then there is, the company wants to merger, acquire some of the small companies or joint venture. Then again, you approach merchant bank. The companies, they lease the finance. What is the meaning of that? That supposingly you have a very big asset and you want to lease it, so merchant bank will help you leasing of that. Then you will be getting money every month. So they provide leasing and financial facilities to the customers. Then again is the venture capital. Maintain venture capital funds to assist the entrepreneurs. They give you innovative and exploring ideas, also fresh ideas, research based ideas, how to convert new ideas into reality, how to make money out of that ideas. Minimize the risk in the usage of financial instruments. Okay, then your dividend decision, interest decisions. If you have reaped enough of profit, how much have you to convert to the general reserve? How much dividend has the company to give and how much he has to plow back the profit? So every solution is provided by the merchant bank. If you talk about the differences between the merchant bank and the commercial bank caters to the common man. People like you and me, we have accounts in the commercial bank. Hai? We can open savings account, current account, fixed deposit, whatever. But the merchant bank, it caters only to the corporate firms or high net worth individuals, not the general public. Anybody can go and open an account in the commercial bank, but not everyone can open it in the merchant bank. Merchant bank is not meant for a regular banking service to general public. Merchant bank deals with equities and commercial banks, they deal with the debt related finance. There is high risk in merchant bank and commercial banks comparatively have lower risk. Merchant bank specializes in capital restructuring, underwriting, portfolio management, so many things. And here commercial banks just play the role of financiers. You need money, you go to the commercial bank. Okay, so here I come to the end of the article. I hope I've made the things very clear to you. Merchant bank is a bliss for all the companies and all for the institutional investors. In case you have any doubt, please come forward in the comment section. You want to give me a suggestion, you can write it in the comment section. Like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed.